Namaste students. Today in this video I am going to discuss the next topic, equality in Indian democracy. What is equality in the Indian democracy? We have already got what is democracy. Democracy is a system of government in which eligible citizens may participate equally by voting for their representative. So next see what is equality in Indian democracy. The Indian constitution, you know what is constitution? Constitution, it is a body of fundamental principles which every state has to follow. So Indian constitution, what said? Indian constitution recognizes every person as equal. Means what? This means that every individual in the country, including male and female person from all caste means he may be general, he may be ST, he may be OBC, he may be SC, religion, he may be Hindu, Muslim, Christian, whatever, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. This Indian constitution recognizes that every person is equal. But thing is that though Indian constitution it is said that every person is equal, but it is not mean that inequality ceases to exist. Means it is not mean that inequality is no more. Still inequalities exist. But thing is that, but at least in democratic India, the principle of the equality of all person is recognized. While, but if you see in the earlier period, what happened? See, it is said that in earlier no law exists to protect people from discrimination. Discrimination like we have read about the Kanta story, Mr. and Mr. Ansaris, and we have discussed about Om Prakash Valmiki. So earlier there was no that type of rule to give that every person is equal before the law. But now there are several that work to see that people are treated with dignity and as equal. Now due to the constitution, people are at least getting the dignity and equal, but somewhere it may be inequality, but still people are getting the equality. So what constitution said? The recognition of equality includes some of the following provision in the constitution. What are the constitution? What are the provisions? See, first, that every person is equal before the law. Means what? Means is that every person from the president of the country to Kanta, means from the president or to the domestic worker like Kanta, has to obey the same laws. No one can deny the law of the Indian constitution. And second, no person can be discriminated against on the basis of that religion. Means race, caste, place of birth, or whether they are female or male. No one can be discriminated. Again, third, what? Every person has access to all public places including playgrounds, hotels, shops and markets. So every person has a right to use these public places. Again, all person can use publicly available wells, roads and bathing ghats. Fourth, the important point is fourth, what? Untouchability has been abolished. Untouchability means the higher caste people, sometimes we can see in some in backward area, they are sometimes don't touch the lower caste people. So this is a kind of untouchability. Now it is, according to the constitution, it is abolished. After that, see the two ways in which the government has tried to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the constitution is first through laws and second through the government scheme. One is law and second is schemes. So different laws passed by the government to protect every person right to be treated equally, and in addition to laws, the government has also set up several schemes. Different type of laws government now introduce, like article 15. What article 15? According to article 15, what is, you can see in your book at page number 14. Article 15 is said that the state shall not discriminate against any citizens on ground only of religion, race, caste, sex, place, birth, or any of them. So like that, different type of laws government implemented to protect every person without discriminating the caste, religion, birthplace. And about after this law, government also implemented some schemes. So among these, one important scheme is what? One of the step taken by the government includes the midday meal scheme. So what is midday meal scheme? This refers to the program introduced in all government elementary school. So then remember it. This program refers to the program introduced in all government elementary school to provide children with cooked lunch. Remember it, cooked lunch. And Tamil Nadu was the first state in India to introduce this scheme. In which year? In 2001. Remember it, student. And again, Supreme Court asked all state government to begin this program in their school within 6 months, and this program has had many positive effects. What are the positive effects of the midday meal scheme? See, this include the fact that more children have begun enrolling and regularly attending school. More poor students, why they are coming to school? Because they are now able to get the cooked lunch in school. Teacher reported that earlier children would often go home for lunch and they not return to school, but now with the midday meal being provided in school, their attendance has improved, and their mothers who earlier had to interrupt their work to feed their children at home during the day now no longer need to do so. Because see, in earlier when midday meal scheme was not implemented, students gone to home to eat the lunch, but they did not return. So now students no need to go home because they are able to get the cooked lunch at school. So this is the positive impact. And I can say this program has also helped reduce caste prejudice, because children of all castes in the school eat this meal together. Means whether he is Christian, whether he is Buddhist, whether he is Hindu, whether he is Muslim, whether he is general, whether OBC, all students or children can eat together and in few places. So again, see, Dalit women have been employed to cook the meal. This is the positive impact. The midday meal program has helped reduce the hunger of poor students who often come to school and cannot concentrate because their stomachs are empty. You see, the poor children, sometimes what happen, due to their hungerness, because suppose they are unable to getting 3 times or 2 times meal, so when they will get the food in school, they can concentrate their study, but when their stomach empty, then they cannot give the concentrate in the school. So due to the midday meal scheme, they are now able to get the food in school. And again, see, while government programs play an important role in increasing equality of opportunity, there is much that still needs to be done. This is not enough. There should be do must new again and again. While the midday meal program has helped increase the enrollment and attendance of poor students, due to the midday meal scheme, enrollment means attendance in the school and admission of the school of the children is now increasing. But there continues to be big difference in our country between school that rich attend and those that the poor attend. Even today, there are several schools in the country in which Dalit children like Om Prakash Valmiki are discriminated against and treated unequally. Though government said that, though Indian constitution said that every person is equal, and though it is said that due to the midday meal scheme, the all people, irrespective of their caste and religion, they can eat together, but still in some reason the Dalit children, they are still like Om Prakash Valmiki, they are still discriminated against and treated unequally. So this is the reality, and these children are forced into unequal situation in which their dignity is not respected. Dignity respected means the higher caste people, they sometimes do ill treatment with the lower caste people. This is the reality still going on. And again, this is because people refuse to think of them as equal even though the law requires it. Means what is this? Means though constitution it is said that every person is equal, but some of the people still they don't give and respect or don't give the same dignity with the lower caste people. This is the our mentality problem. See why it is happen. One of the main reason for this is that attitude changes very slowly. Means whatever our attitude, this is very slowly changing very slowly. Even though person are aware that discrimination is against the law, everybody know that ill treatment and discrimination is against the law, because constitution said that every person is equal before the law, but they continue to treat people unequally on the basis of their caste, religion, disability, economic status, and because they are women. It is only when, that is why it is only when people begin to believe that no one is inferior, when all the people of the country, of the world will think that no one is loser, no one is inferior, every person is equal before the law, when this mentality will grow up in their mind, that then it is possible the equality everywhere, and then every person deserves to be treated with dignity. That present attitudes can sense. Establishing equality in democratic society, in democratic country, is a continuous struggle, and no one in which individual as well as various communities in India contribute to, and you will read more about this in this book. In this book you will read about the equality, inequality and discrimination again in the later chapter. So thing is that from this discussion what we have got, though it is said that Indian constitution said that every person is equal before the law, but thing is that our mentality, our attitude changes very slowly. That is why, and again, when we will believe that no one is inferior, then it is possible the equality everywhere. So after this again see the next point. Here one picture is given, so you know about him. So you know, I think so. This is Ambedkar, who is the founder of Constitution. So after that, see the next topic. Here it is said B.R. Ambedkar. Next topic, see issues of equality in other democracies. Means democracy we have already got. In India, it is not that inequality exists here. In other democratic country also inequality exists. So let's see. So here see, you are probably wondering whether India is the only democratic country in which there is inequality and where the struggle for equality continues to exist. The truth is that in many democratic countries, understand this, the truth is that in many democratic countries around the world, the issue of equality continues to be the key issue around which communities struggle. Not only India, other democratic countries also suffering from this disease like inequality. So what is the example? See, so for example, in United States of America, the African Americans whose ancestors were the slaves, who were brought over from Africa. Suppose some African people brought up in America, and in that case, see, the African people means they are suppose black, their discrimination in America, black and white, see, continues to describe their lives today as largely unequal. This despite the fact that there are a movement in the late 1950s to push for equal rights for African American. Prior to this, what is the fight between African Americans? See, what is the equal right needs? See, African American were treated extremely unequal in the United States. In the United States, who are coming from the Africa, who are African American, so they are extremely unequal in United States, treated extremely unequal. They denied equality through law. For example, see, when traveling by bus, they either had to sit at the back of the bus or get up from their seat whenever a white person wished to sit. Suppose here it is said that what, see, suppose a American in America, suppose in United States America, suppose a African American people suppose traveling by bus, but he or she should sit in the back of the bus. He should not sit in the front. And suppose a white person suppose get up in the bus, as soon as he entered the bus, the black person should be offer his seat or their seat to the white person. This is happening, this was happening. This was the discrimination and this was the inequality exists at that time. So again, see here example is given. Rosa Parks, 1939 to 2005, was an African American woman. Tried from a long day at work, she refused to give up. When she worked a long day, when he went to the bus, traveling to the bus, in the bus, so she refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man on 1 December 1955. Then her refusal, when the Rosa Parks refused to offer her seat to a white man, her refusal that they started a huge aggression against the unequal ways in which African American were treated and which come to be known as the civil rights movement. So here see, this is the picture. This is a picture. See, picture in the picture Rosa Parks as African American woman sends the course of African history with one defiant act. So here we got that when a white person getting in the bus, so the black person should be offered her or his seat. So to fight against the discrimination, one movement was started. That movement is known the civil rights movement. So what is civil rights movement? So civil rights movements or Civil Rights Act 1964 prohibited the discrimination on the basis of race, religion or national origin. It also stated that all schools would be open to African American children and they would no longer have to attend separate schools specially set up for them. Means after the civil rights movements, the constitution of their country said that discrimination should be prohibited and all schools would be open in African American school children also, for children also, and there should not be no longer have to attend separate school for African American and American people. Every person from African American or American, they should read in the same school together. So after the civil rights movements, this equal treatment is possible to get everywhere. Next, see, however, despite the majority of African American continues to be among the poorest in the country and most African American children can only afford to attend government school that have fewer facilities and poor qualified teacher as compared to white students who either go to private school or live in areas where the government school are as highly rated as private school. See, though like India, it is said that all persons are equal before the law, but still in some cases Dalit or some area inequality still exists. Like in African American, in the United States also, for African American people, though they are getting school, but some areas still they are unable to get good facilities school. They are still unable to get good qualified teacher. So there are still the inequality going on. After that, see next. So here article 15 is given. So what is article 15? So you should see in your book, it is nicely given to you, you can understand clearly. After that, next, the last topic of this chapter is this silence of democracy. This is important. What is silence of democracy? You see, we come to know that from the story of African American. This is Rosa Parks, and in India also about the Dalit. We have got the inequality still going on, though it is said that every person is equal before the law. So that is why it is said that no country can be described as being completely democratic. Though it is said that India is democratic, other democratic countries also they are claim that they are democratic, but still there is a problem. See, there are always communities and individuals trying to expand the idea of democracy and push for greater recognition of equality on existing as well as new issues. Still people are fighting for equality or to get their dignity. Still people are fighting. Though Indian constitution and Indian other democratic countries, though their countries said that they are democratic and they are giving equality everywhere, but still the individual and some communities still fighting for their equal right. So what see central to this is the struggle for the recognition of all persons as equal and for their dignity to be maintained. See this again, still people are fighting for recognition of all persons as equal and for their dignity to be maintained. So in this book, you will read about how the issue of equality affects various aspects of our daily lives in democratic India, how inequality or how the ill treatment, bad behavior still going on to the lower caste people, or depending on the religion, caste, still how it is going on, you will get more in this book. That is why it is said that as you read this chapter, think about whether the equality of all persons or they are being able to maintain their dignities upheld. After reading this chapter, at last, whatever you understand, can you think that all persons are equal before the law? This is really is going on. So what is your feeling and what is your opinion? You just give in the comment section. So I hope students you understand, and about the equality and inequality will get more in the coming chapter. So I hope you understand. So in the next video we will start the next chapter. So thank you.